On the first day of 2018, I started writing the script. And now, almost 12 months later, I have spent 5 months researching the film, 6 months writing it, and I have something to show people. I have a copy of this. Maybe it's not perfect, but I'm really proud of where it is. But the cool thing is, now I get to take it to other people. Now I get to look for that producer, look for funding. Yeah. This is going to be a whole new ride, and I have no idea how it's going to go. It's summer now, it's beautiful outside, I can put the washing out, watch the cricket. Okay, I'm procrastinating, I'm avoiding the question. Yes, I got feedback from the script editor. He didn't like it. Okay, not that he didn't like it, just that he thought that there were some issues with it. A lot of issues. The one thing is, he wanted it to be very structured. He wanted it to be very, have clear protagonists and antagonists. And then he wasn't really interested in the true story, saying that I should embellish it further, when I think the true story is this epic. Because he said that he himself has had crazier stories, and I was just like, yeah. And so yeah, like for a few days and for the last little while, I've been waiting for Paul from Mad Men's feedback, but just been brewing with this other feedback. And it's not that I'm not gonna take it on. I think I will probably do another pass of the script with a character motivations in mind, because that was the major thing that he sort of was going at. But there were a lot of things that he said which I just don't think apply to the film that I want to make. I ended up having a chat to Kylie about it, and I think I cleared some of the stuff up.
They're really coming from a perspective of having learnt the craft, and they're coming with their own baggage of all the films that they've seen and all that technical knowledge, which is very different to getting feedback from your actual audience. Your actual audience are going to just know whether they love it on that very deep, because that's what it's being made for. You're not making this film for industry people. And while their opinions might be really valid, at the end of the day, they don't have a magic crystal ball. They don't know. They're giving you the best advice they can, given what they know. But until you get it in front of an audience, you're not going to know.
Whenever I tell the story, and I tell it in the way that I kind of like know that I want to make it, like people love it. Like they're just like, they go, wow. They're like, tell me the next bit, tell me the next bit. And I don't like this like, oh, it needs to be this antagonist, it needs to be this.
I think you're right. You have to trust your instincts on this, and you have to trust that what has kept you passionate about this story and how you tell it is the thing that's connecting with people, because you've told it so many times. When someone just reads something cold, obviously that's an advantage, because they're just reading it based on what they're seeing off the page, so it's good to get that. But at the same time, they don't have that connection to it, and you're in it for the long haul, and part of that is being connected to the passion of the story. I think one of the biggest advantages of this is that it is based on a true story. That doesn't mean that you can't fictionalize parts of it, but I just feel like that's where the heart is.
Like, what was good about it as well, which I cannot discount, is it solidified what I want to make. Like, I listened to that and I went, that's not the movie I'm making. And if that was a story that I just heard, it's not the story I wanted to tell anyway.
At the end of the day, you have a vision in your mind, and part of this is trying to get it on the page. And that is a really, really tough process. So don't discount how much work you've done in it, and it will be ongoing. And even just having that clarity about what you do want it to be and what you don't want it to be is really, really important. Also, I think it's really important to not take the easy way out. You don't want to make a cliched film. Like, you've got this incredibly rich source material. You're just trying to do something that's like different and speaks to you. So, you know, you need to keep on keeping on.
Path. Like Kyle says to John, make your own path, Alessandro. It's enough of the swivel camera back and forth. Well, even though I've never done this before, I've got somewhat of a plan. My plan is get a list of producers that I want to pitch to, and then send them emails with videos of me talking about the script and pitching it to them in video form, or meeting them in person somehow. But anyway, it's about finding that list first. Who do I want? That is the question. And once I've worked out who do I want, then I've got to work out how to get it in front of them. Okay, so first things first, there's a difference between distributors and producers. Now, a distributor is someone like, let's say, Netflix or Paramount or Universal or Disney. They are the people who broadcast the film all the way around the world. Yes, they sometimes help development, and that's why things can get confusing. But I'm not looking for a distributor right now. What I'm looking for first and foremost is a producer. I want a creative producer, somebody who wants to come on board and make the film with me. Now, they're not going to be doing the directing elements of the film, but they will be looking for finance, looking for creative partners to join along this film. Now, ideally, this producer sort of needs to have credits in the industry. I'm looking for somebody who's not necessarily new, because I'm new. They have to take a chance on me, and then the money people don't feel like they're taking too much of a chance because the producer's already proven, so to speak. So this might even be a bigger hurdle than actually getting funding, is finding the right producer, because they're going to have to take a chance on me. My dream team of producers first are Emil Sherman and Ian Canning. Now, they run a production company called Seesaw Films, or Seesaw Productions. You would have heard of some of their films, just a little film called The King's Speech and Lion, and most recently they just did Widows with Steve McQueen. The reason why I like Seesaw Productions is they are a joint London and Sydney based, so very English and very Australian, which is very much in the tune of what I'm doing. Yeah, I don't want to preempt anything, but I know the direction they're going in lately with Widows and Steve McQueen, and it does seem like a veer off into a different direction, a veer off into American movies, and if that's the case, then maybe they're not gonna be interested in what I have to offer, but it's worth a try. Number two, I don't know why, but I have a really good feeling about a woman called Sue Maslin. Now, she produced a wonderful Australian film called The Dressmaker, and I've read a few of her articles about independent film and feature films. I would love to meet her and chat to her about this film specifically. Finally, there's Liz Kearney. Now, Liz Kearney is, has been a producer for a director named Robert Connolly. Now, Robert Connolly is one of Australia's best directors, and currently is doing some Netflix series, I think. I actually met him all the way back in 2012 or 2011, I think. He went on to make Balibo, and Balibo was set in East Timor, where my film was, and he also made a movie called Paper Planes, which has got that family drama, family adventure kind of element to it, which I think is quite similar to my film. Now, Liz Kearney did not produce Balibo, but I'm pretty sure she produced Paper Planes. She produced something on Netflix. She produced The Turning with him. She produced These Final Hours, which was a good Aussie sci-fi apocalypse movie. So yeah, I think there's something in her as well. I think those are my top 3. So that's it for the vlog today. That's just step 1 in starting to get a producer, just by labeling my dream team. I'll be back soon with how I'm trying to get in contact with them, and then seeing also when I get the feedback from Paul from Mad Men. I'll keep you updated, as I always have, you know.